Hello, welcome back. Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Last time we started off the trial. I'm assuming there's going to be about 3 episodes for the trial. This episode and the next one. I don't know if I'll extend the next one just to make it all the way to the end of the trial or not. But we'll see. Again, I haven't had too many thoughts between then and now. The last time, like the last thing that we went over was we got to see the clothes that Maya was wearing, and there was a bullet hole in the left sleeve, which tracks with the lineup for the partition. So it was definitely the same shot that did that. So, Yeah, this is interesting. I'm still trying to figure out how it couldn't be Maya. It's like, I know it's not Maya. It's obviously not Maya. It's definitely between Eni and Morgan, and I still think that there's a good chance that they are both heavily involved. Because he died to a bullet hole, but it was a point-blank shot because there was gunpowder around the gunshot wound, meaning it was super close up. Oh, man. Alright. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. I had an interesting theory. I don't think this is the case, but it's a possibility given the information we've gotten from Maya. But what if she didn't channel a dead spirit, but instead had like swapped consciousness for like a little bit with like Eni or something? Because she was in a dark place with a familiar scent. So I don't know. Did she say underground? I don't think she said underground. But I was gonna say, Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? I swear, if they introduce something else, that messes with my whole timeline going on. You are such a dick. What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. This is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Damn, you hate me. Please stop calling me by my full name. Yeah, that too. Mr. Phoenix, right? Oh, cross-examination. Oh, man. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Is that what we have to question? Here, let me pull up my court record. Whoa. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder, there are blood splatters on it. Murder weapon, a small fruit knife belongs to the phase, bears Maya's fingerprints. Murder weapon was Gray's. 2 shots fired, bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. So, oh man, are we gonna try to get this? There's no way we're trying to get this off as like a self-defense thing, like Gray shot first and then she shot him. Or is that how we're gonna like further it just for now? Because Phoenix Wright already talked about how Maya's still gonna be considered a murderer. Because I feel like Gray definitely fired first, but he fired at that partition, so I'm wondering if it was because he saw somebody back there. But like, the fact that it's 8 inches off the ground, and Dr. Gray was sitting there, like he was sitting on the ground during the channeling. Oh man. I'm gonna press this. I'm not gonna quite yet say anything about the gun. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. Yeah, it could be lowered, but Only had something to prove that the victim did fight back. On karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with the testimony alone. So it did have Gray's fingerprints, but that could be dismissible. Find a critical contradiction somehow, then I'll have her. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing. As you can see, it's covered in blood. Defendant attacked, killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Okay, so yeah, I'm going with this. Objection. This evidence clearly reveals the oh, I think that's wrong. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I'm never gonna get through a trial without getting hurt. It's always something dumb. I don't think that won any points with the judge. Defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Well, is it this? Because there was a bullet hole in the folding screen. I should save. I'm gonna save, because I don't know if I'm gonna get myself killed right here. Okay. I'm gonna try this bullet hole. That's another thing that I think it could be. It's not, probably. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does, I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations. I'm trying to think. Do I need to present that the clothes? Are they not? Because, like, it's not specified about the bullet hole. You could only see it in that small clip. So if you missed that, you'd have to go through everything. But I suppose, here we go. Only other thing that makes sense. It's probably not going to be this, is it? Your Honor, that statement contradicts. I'm loading that's safe. This is not good. Defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt. Let me press the rest of this. Not that. I'll press this. I should press before I break out the evidence. Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Interesting thought. As you see, it's covered in blood. Yeah, I'm gonna press that anyways. How do you know it's blood? Lab results show that it was the victim's blood. So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good, yeah. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... Oh, she knows. We must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on. Let off more than I can chew here. What should I do? I'll press further, because pressing further is always smart. Why is Ms. Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? Because she knows there's a bullet hole in that one. Must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. Exactly, there's a bullet hole. Are they going to actually talk about it? There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Ms. Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it. So time's up. So there is one little thing. So I did have to press. Your Honor, actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. Yeah. How do you miss a bullet hole, dude? Oh, she's not happy. Put that away. Here's this problem you were talking about. Come this far, there's no turning back now. Am I gonna have to spot select? Problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. Oh, the blood. Take that! So I did have to press. I should have just pressed. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeves of this costume. Sleeve. There's a tiny hole here. Hole. That wasn't in the report. Ooh. Hold on. Just around the hole, it smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever... Hole that smells of gunpowder. Looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. just standing there like, damn, that's crazy. Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. So now I'm probably going to use this in my cross-examination. Did it upgrade yet? Did it update? Nope. Not yet. Clothes my eye was wearing at the time of the murder. Press check button for details. That's a weird thing to put in the evidence. Yeah, let me check this out. Yeah, it lets me look at it now. Okay. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Oh, she's not happy. Yeah, take that, Von Karma. Your stupid little rivalry you have with me. Oh no. She wants this to be like, I feel like she's trying to get me to get this to be like a self-defense thing just so she can like drop something else that'll definitely make it like a first-degree murder thing. I feel like she's sitting on something. She's actually smiling. She's crazy. What else is she hiding? Ooh, let me use the Magatama on her. Put yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. No. Straight up capping. In the court of law. I'm calling you out on that. How can you say something like that? What the heck, dude? This is a huge oversight. While I agree that it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... Well, if we match it up with that partition thing... Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Defendant attacked and killed the person who... So now I think I need to use, this. Whoops. Now I think I need to use this. Yeah! Objection! Detective Dick Gumshoe. And calling me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. He said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. This is what Karma wants. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Especially if the gunshot was instantaneous and you said that the knife stab you wouldn't be able to do anything. Is this what it means to not fight back? He's like, wow, I didn't even see this case from that angle. You just blew this thing wide open. Seems like you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. This is what Von Karma wants. That, are you finished yet? Laugh. Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix? Right, stop saying my name. Seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. You're evil. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. Rats. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Oh. You don't need to do that. You just made your point. The defense has yet to prove anything at all. Well, yes, that's true. I bet even if we did choose justified self-defense, it would not end there. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Hey, you didn't even do anything. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Dude, you can't tell Gumshoe to do that. Yeah, look at him. He can't do this. He missed a bullet hole on literally the suspected culprit's clothing. Oh, there's blood on this. Alright, catalog it. You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Dude, Leave him alone. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. No. The scenario you have put together does make sense. Let me cross-examine it. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Don't worry, I'm not glaring at you. I'm glaring at Von Karma. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Okay. Alright. So there's a few things in there that I could talk about, but I might have to just press first, because I don't want to get too crazy. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. But so he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Oops, wasn't supposed to say that. Leave my man Gumshoe alone. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then... See, I don't think he missed. I think he was trying to shoot the person that was behind the partition. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. Okay, well the victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger. Even an amateur. Karma's logic is perfect. No, it's not. Testimony certainly makes us look very bad, but there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Where's Pearl? Pearl, I need your help with something. You gotta help me out here. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. I'm gonna press this, and then I'm probably gonna use the partition against it if I can get any information. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. I'm glad you weren't hurt. Oh, she's just waiting. She's just waiting with your giant poofy shoulders. And then picked up on the opening. I'm gonna do the partition. I'm gonna do this. I think it's wrong. I should save. I don't want to waste all my health because I'm being silly, but I'm confident that it definitely could be this. All right, let's try it. Objection. It's not it. Totally not it. You just don't get it yet, Judge. You don't get it yet. Objection denied. Try. Okay, whatever. Let's just keep going. I probably should press everything. I should really be pressing everything. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun. What does he need a handgun for a channeling? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Self-defense? Maybe he'd have to shoot the spirit medium in case anything bad was said. Was he taking precautions against something? Took a shot because they were too close at least. Two were fighting. Okay, hold on. Because the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. Okay, let me press this. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. I don't know. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning? Mr. Phoenix right. Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Korean channeling technique, the medium physically changes. The nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Korean channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect. I'm not too sure about that one. What you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. In a staring contest, you blinked, I saw it. You lost again. Never mind, let's continue with the testimony. Oh god. This is like the only thing that ever bothers me about these games, is sometimes they'll just have like the stupidest thing that you have to prove and it doesn't make any sense until you actually like finally prove it. Then you're like, oh my god, there's like 12 other things that I could have done that would have got us way past this point. If any of them picked up on the... See... I gotta see if there's any presses where it says anything specific. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? So probably, yeah, that's what I think. Two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. I'm really glad you weren't hurt. I think it's this. I think it's this that we have to counteract, but I don't know. It's not really making much sense right now. Like, I can make sense of, like, everything else, but I don't know why they're doing this. We're not going to use this directly after we just used it, right? That would be very, very silly. Oh, well, look who it is. Became a prosecutor in Germany at age 13, a prodigy who was never known to defeat. Yep. I swear if it makes me use this again for some ungodly reason, literally two witness testimonies in a row. I've used everything that makes sense, so all the stuff that's left doesn't make sense unless there's something blatant that I missed, or like I somehow didn't use one of my selections on something. But anything that makes sense works on like at least one other of these. I swear, if it's a stupid fucking costume, I swear to God. No fucking way. That is the dumbest shit. I already just used it. That was so dumb. How long did I spend trying to do that? I just used that one. Why would they make it? Why would they make me use it again? And all the other ones worked on them too. All the other pieces of evidence worked. God, okay, let's just get through this. This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. You know, I figured maybe since we already established that bullet hole, we could establish the other bullet hole in the room that also, you know, kind of counters the whole point that they're making. So the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where's the gunpowder burn on this costume? They just talked about it, dude. They literally, what? They literally just talked about it. Oh my god, okay. That's probably just an illustration error or something, I don't know. That's what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. There's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Yeah, because it came from elsewhere. Does that mean that there's like a gunpowder burn on this one? You can't even tell. You can't even tell. Look, that looks like a burn. That looks like it's burnt around the edges. That doesn't look like a tear. Oh my god. Okay, whatever game. Whatever game. There's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. I knew it was going to be something dumb. It's a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix. I am too. Don't get me wrong. I'm disappointed too. That was the stupidest thing to get hung up on. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can exactly! That's exactly the point I'm making. I gave like actually good evidence like 8 times while I was trying to get the right answer. And all of it made sense. But it was that. It was showing the same costume again. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking and quit calling me by my full name. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. With what strength? And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? Well, Gumshoe's whole point was that they were too close for it to be accurate, so... As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Oh, that's new. Did you actually feel that one? Well then, that's right, the defendant must have pushed the victim away. Why? After they stabbed them? After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. But there's no physical difference, like you stated, so why would it matter pushing them away? If they already have the knife and the advantage. Does make an awful... No, it doesn't, Mr. Judge. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Yeah, I can't. Look at my fucking health bar. Something doesn't... Whatever, I'll just say something doesn't make sense. It's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal flaw. Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to cross-examine what she said now. Oh no. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the fatal blow, or the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. It's the bullet hole that's 8 inches off the ground. They were still sitting. It has to be this. If it's not this, I swear. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. Finally fucking using our brains in this courtroom. What is that, a folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen, 8 inches above the ground. She already knows all this. She knows the true answer. She's like, oh no. Looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Yep. Gumshoe, it's alright. I felt like you, like, 5 minutes ago. Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Is she really that clueless? Dude, you're all incredibly clueless. I pointed this out, like, a long time ago when we were talking about missing the shot because they were too close. Pointed this out already. The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. Passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... See, there's no burn mark, though. It came from behind the screen. Whoever shot that, shot it from behind the screen, I think. Do we even have it confirmed that 2 bullets were used in the gun? I believe 1 from the gun, but not 2. Passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Order. Well, no, that really doesn't, because they could be standing, and just from the trajectory of the doctor holding the gun, could be holding it at like about waist or stomach height and shot, and it would have had the same exact effect. But okay, Phoenix. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. And the bullet hit this folding screen. Be like that. Hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. He wasn't even aiming at Maya. I'm saying he saw somebody behind this partition. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Shaboing. Somewhere around here. Judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath. What, did I get that wrong? That is, I mean, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. That was wrong? What? That was, oh my god. This game's torturing me. I can't even reload because I didn't save right there. Meantime, I want you to think things through. Okay. This game's killing me. This game's killing me. Come on. I've already got this figured out. Don't make the journey there more difficult than the answer itself. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where my... There's no way. This is wrong. Somewhere... Phoenix. Is she... What? So was she in front of where the bullet was? Here? I don't know. Phoenix, that's wrong. I'm not going insane, right? It literally showed us a diagram of where she was sitting, and I clicked that spot twice already. Somewhere around here. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna see if she was behind the partition. It wouldn't make any sense if they're springing this on us now. This is evil. What? Where the defendant was, not where the target was. What the fuck are you talking about, game? Victim and his attacker were fighting, were they not? What would the attacker be doing all the way back there? Besides which, if the attacker was behind the folding screen, then how could the victim even know where to shoot? It's obviously impossible. Oh my god. I'm with Von Karma on this one. Phoenix, you've lost me. You've lost me here. Let me check how long I've been recording. It's probably been like an hour already. Alright. I'm saving. I'm not fucking doing that again. How could the victim even know where to shoot? It's obviously impossible. Well, I was actually talking about the actual target he was going for, not the actual defendant. Yeah, I guess so, Mr. Wright. It was wrong! Oh my god, and I already saved. I don't know. Here. Not here, not here, not here, not here, not here, not here. I don't know. Here? It was her left sleeve, so she would at least have to be a little bit above this. So I know it's like somewhere across here, but she's definitely not on this stuff. She can't be kneeling on that stuff. She's not behind here, which I really thought it was going to try to pull after it gave me that alternate text. I don't know, right fucking in front of him? I don't know, here? Defendant was kneeling. Not there, not here, not here, not anywhere on this line, not here, not here. It was her left sleeve. Why would she literally can't be on this side of the line that's made between these two. She cannot be physically here, cannot be behind any point to like, oh my god. I don't know, is she secretly the victim? Is that the, it's not it, I know. I'm trying behind. I'm gonna try exactly where it told me she was. Was she actually over here instead? I've literally spent more time on these 2 stupid questions than I have the entire rest of the trial this episode. I'm not even kidding. I'm losing it this episode. This is the episode where I finally break. Here. This doesn't make any sense. So, Phoenix is trying to say that she was far enough away not to have a gunpowder burn on her clothes. But she also had to be in trajectory for the bullet hole in the ground because we're trying to prove the fact that she was kneeling, therefore not attacking when the gun was fired. Where could she kneel that is in the trajectory where she will be far away enough to the point where she will not get a gunpowder burn? Is it like in front of here? I don't know. I don't know. This isn't gonna be right? It was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. How can you gauge the distance from that? This is the diagram they showed me, and I clicked on this spot where the K is like 100 times. Isn't it possible the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Ms. Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Is this actually the right answer? I feel like this is still going to juke me out. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you... I believe it has now been proven that... Oh my god. Oh my god. So I guess she is the partition now? I'm just supposed to click the bullet hole? Is she the bullet hole? Is Maya the bullet hole, the defendant? Am I defending the bullet hole in the partition? Is that what's going on here? The defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? What do you mean? I can't even plead self-defense. I mean... Normally this game just wants me to answer whatever will help my case. Normally I'm not supposed to answer what won't help me. But I mean... Jesus. It doesn't even matter if I get it wrong at this point. It changes everything because she wasn't close enough to have a back spray of blood. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. Yet, Phoenix, you explain it, because I'm about done explaining this. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with a knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by this folding screen. This was the stupidest way to prove this. Okay. If it was the real murder... I'm ending it here. I'm ending it here. I need to go into the next episode with a bit of a smile on my face. Let me see how long I've been recording. Well over an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut a lot of that out. I'm gonna try to include all of the points that I clicked though, so you can see how long I was sitting there trying to figure this out. I even do some like weird clicks as I'm doing like mental gymnastics to try to make sense of the situation. But alright, I guess she was kneeling over there in the corner. Such shaky evidence. Come on, Ace Attorney. Alright. Whatever, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna edit this. Honestly, I was going to finish out the trial tonight, but I don't know if I have it in me anymore. I feel so bad because I like this game. I like the Ace Attorney games, but it was a problem with the first one that I had where, like, every now and then they would just have you do, like, some of the stupidest stuff with, like, and it would barely give you a hint that you're supposed to be thinking in some sort of direction. Because I get that it's, like, a mystery game. You're supposed to, like, try to figure all this stuff out, but tell me literally anybody you've seen play this game that figured out, even before, like, it was brought up, that Maya was sitting in the corner in front of the partition. Alright, let me get out of here. I'm just gonna keep complaining. Alright.